What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 14 Retro SE in this winterized colorway. Today's video is brought to you by the good people from Heffelux. Heffelux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell eTPU insoles, which essentially is the same material used for Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort for your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below, and you'll see they sell 4 different insole options. So depending on the type of insole density and cushioning setup you're looking for, whether that's for a pair of winter boots or for sneakers, you're gonna find that there's something for everybody. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and they definitely add a ton of comfort inside my shoes. So if you guys want to check them out and try it out for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. So this is the Air Jordan 14 Winterized version, which actually dropped back on October 16th of this year. And I want to give a huge shout out over to JD Sports for sending me over this pair. So JD Sports is a UK based retailer, and they finally made their way over to Canada, opening up their first location here in Toronto. So this pair retails for an increased price of $210 US or $270 here in Canada, and the colorway for this shoe is Archaeo brown and multicolor. And just like other winterized Jordans that we've seen in the past, including the winterized Jordan 4 for example, these Jordan 14s have been tweaked a little bit to make it a little bit more appropriate for slushy and wet weather. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box. And unlike the normal OG style Air Jordan 14 box, this box is blacked out entirely except for this red Jumpman at the very top. As for the shoes, so diving straight into the details, the upper of the sneaker is constructed out of nubuck, but it's manufactured using VacTech, which is a vacuum sealed molded base layer, which makes this upper essentially free of stitching and seams, making it more water resistant. So I put this shoe directly underneath my tap, and it was pretty cool to see the water just roll off the shoe, leaving this nubuck perfectly dry. So on the side panels of this shoe, we have the signature quilted look of the Air Jordan 14, except as you can see, there's no actual stitching within the nubuck. Moving further down, since the Air Jordan 14 is inspired by a Ferrari, we have this Ferrari inspired badge with a Jumpman logo in the center. But unlike the normal jeweled treatment, this badge here is done in more of a silicone or rubber material, which adds to the whole winterized feel of this shoe. Moving downwards, you can see more of these molded panels on the back heel as well. And then running down the center of the back heel, we have this strip of black colored rubber, we have this red Jumpman and 23 branding, along with a small hit of the synthetic suede at the very top in red. For the laces, these come with 2 different pairs of laces, so I prefer the oval shaped black laces as it gives the shoe a bit more of a muted look, and to me it makes the shoe a bit more wearable. And they also come with these silver metallic lace tips, which was a nice premium finish. And in addition to these black laces, the default standard laces these come with is done in this bright red colored finish, which I thought was a little bit too loud and it gave the shoe a little bit too much of that lumberjack or Christmas feel. Underneath the laces, for the tongue, they've swapped out your traditional Air Jordan 14 tongue, and this is constructed out of this black colored nylon or mesh material, and this again adds to the whole water resistant nature of the shoe. At the very top, we have this red colored TPU bar which runs across, and we have Jordan branding on the outside, and the number 14 in Roman numerals on the inside. And then moving on to the insoles, so these come with a foam padded insole. It's lined in this red colored finish on the top. We have a Jumpman logo on the back heel. And if I flip the insole over to the other side, you can see there's additional foam pods on both the forefoot and the back heel to give you that added level of comfort. So the upper of the Air Jordan 14 sits atop this Phylon foam midsole, and the Phylon is painted in a combination of brown and white. On the forefoot, we have these signature foam teeth or fingers, which wrap up from the bottom of the midsole onto the sides of the shoe, and this helps with side-to-side containment, and it's painted in this brown colored finish. You can also see the carbon fiber shank plate as well, which extends from the bottom of the shoe and wraps onto the sides of the midsole. And if I flip the shoe over to the medial side, so it's very similar to the lateral side, except we have that signature vent or hole, which is put in place to give you added ventilation and breathability. But because this is a winterized Jordan 14, I thought that it was a pretty silly and weird decision, considering the upper of the shoe is waterproof or at least water resistant, but then water can seep right through this hole. So long story short, I guess it's okay for rain to drop on top of the shoe, but you probably don't want to step in deep puddles when you're wearing these. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so here we have your classic Air Jordan 14 outsole. So this is constructed out of this black colored rubber. We have this herringbone style traction pattern along with this red colored pivot point on the forefoot. And then in the middle, you see that carbon fiber shank plate once again, along with this red colored Jumpman in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these winterized Jordan 14s. And for those wondering how these fit, to me, the Air Jordan 14 fits me perfectly true to size, so that's what I would recommend. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10 and they fit me no problems at all. Next up, in terms of the comfort on this shoe, so I've said this before in past reviews, but the Jordan 14 is one of my favorite Jordan retros, specifically from a comfort and performance standpoint. So this shoe is surprisingly light, and incorporated within the Phylon foam midsole, there's a Zoom Air unit underneath the forefoot, along with a Zoom Air unit underneath the back heel. So in my opinion, you can really feel the responsiveness of the Zoom Air underfoot, and even if I'm just wearing these for casual use, they feel very nice on feet, and it's a model I always recommend when people ask me about my favorite Jordan retros from a comfort standpoint. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, so all in all, this pair was very solid. This nubuck material, although it's treated to make it waterproof or water resistant, it still felt very buttery and soft to the touch, and in my opinion at least, it feels like a more premium take on your standard Air Jordan 14. Similarly, from an overall build and craftsmanship standpoint, I thought that they did a solid job on this shoe. It wasn't flawless by any means, but there were no major issues or flaws with my pair, so all in all, a solid job from Jordan Brand and Nike. So with all that being said now, let's toss these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. To be perfectly honest, when I first saw the initial photos of this shoe, I was not a fan at all. I think part of the reason for that is that it kind of reminds me of the Olive 9s, which in my opinion is one of the worst Jordan colorways of all time. But I gotta say, getting them in hand, and of course swapping the red laces for the black, it's definitely grown on me a lot more since. Is this a shoe I'm gonna now say I love, and is this one of my favorite winterized Jordans ever made? I'm not gonna lie and say it's near the top of my list, but I think with the right outfit and the right look, you can definitely pull these off and make these look good. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about these winterized Air Jordan 14s. What are your overall thoughts on this shoe and this colorway specifically? And is this a shoe you guys would pick up given the increased price point? Are you not a fan of the colorway, or are you just looking for these to be on sale? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esgo8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Another shout out goes out to JD Sports Canada, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.